This is Comic Burrito. This week in comics. I'm Todd.
I'm Cole.
I'm Nick.
This week in comics. Yeah. Hoocha.
Hoocha. I just want to start off by saying there were a lot of good comics this week.
There's a couple.
Yeah, it was an okay. It was a pretty good comic book week.
It was fine.
It's a really solid week for comics.
Like I saw, I've been trying to trim stuff
while.
down, and like I made my list today before I went, and it was like, okay, and then I'm looking at like the list, going, all right, we can get rid of a few of these, right? And it's like, nope.
You're stuck.
Gotta have that. Need that one. Need two of those.
Need two of those.
I know what that is.
Yeah, it was a really good week for comics, and I was stoked that I got to read like all of them except for one. I did not get to read the Joker Harley Criminal Sanity number 6 because I haven't got to that either. I don't know if I read number 5, and it's been so long.
I am pretty sure you did. I think we talked about it.
I think I did, but I feel like I don't remember anything that was happening. I'm gonna just re-binge it all.
I didn't read these 6 books.
It's been a long time coming out. Which ones?
Stillwater, Justice League, Death Metal.
And read Justice League.
Die is one of the few that I haven't read because it's always next day.
Yeah,
it'll never be in my top picks because I need more time with it. I didn't read Stillwater, Die, Juggernaut, or Grendel, Kentucky.
I did read Grendel, Kentucky.
How is it? Did you like the other ones?
Yeah,
I read Stillwater.
I liked it.
Cool.
It would have probably made my top 5 last week, maybe. My top 3
but this week was a little more competitive.
Yeah,
Stillwater was my 13th pick of the week.
Okay, well, I read.
It was very good, but it was my 13th pick.
It was a good week, so that usually would say more, but it's a good week of comics.
I was kind of hoping for 3. It would kind of,
yeah,
and it kind of maintained.
Probably means it'll be like my second favorite.
Mm-hmm.
What up, TSG? Hello,
welcome.
Howdy. I haven't read the Venom book either. There's another one, but I'm way behind my Marvel reading. I'm in early 20s for my Venom reading, I think. I read
the first 6.
I've read those.
Those were the only ones. I bought the first one, and I thought I added it on my pull list, but I didn't. And then it was like that book that got so big that I was like, well,
this ain't happening.
Sorry. Hopefully the first one's worth money.
Yeah, right. Yeah, then you get a later printing and then just buy the rest of the Venom books with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, I mean, is this book good enough that I should like murder a child over it?
Wow.
To be fair, I don't think any book is that good.
Wow.
Maybe. No, probably not.
What about Nightfall?
Action Comics 27.
Speaking of murdering children.
Detective Comics, 27. Speaking of, oh man.
Just so it doesn't just linger in the air for a while.
We could probably talk about comics.
Look at that.
Book
This
number 9.
Comics.
This is from Boom Studios.
Number 9.
It is written by James Tynion IV. It is Werther Del Adera. I think that's right for art. Muerto. Letters by Ann World Design. Thank you for coming. This is my TED Talk on how to not pronounce names. But
that's why I don't do it.
Yeah. I really enjoyed this issue, like if something is killing the children. I feel like there was a lot of action in this one.
It's funny because you both had this high up in your because we do our collective rankings.
Yeah.
This is my least favorite Something is Killing the Children episode since 6 or 7, whatever right after that the first arc.
The first arc was 6. So 7 or 8. And I'm pretty sure I really like 7 and 8.
Yeah, and this is
like
this is one of my least favorites. It's still a good book.
Yeah, I mean, there was just
still enjoyed
a ton of action. I love those like pages. This is a book
it better than the last one.
I don't know how I would feel about reading this issue like digitally with all those full like pages where you have to like read like this, you know?
Sure.
I can only imagine it's horrible.
I disagree, but we don't need to have this discussion again. What would you do for a Klondike bar, Cole?
Well, mostly anything. I mean, not anything, but like anything within reason.
I can attest for most of it.
Yeah, like anything that's worth a Klondike bar, I'd probably do. Like I would make a fool of myself.
But the idea is, what is worth a Klondike bar to you? What would you do for a Klondike bar? Whatever's worth doing for a Klondike bar. Okay,
I got it.
Nailed it. That's how you subvert expectations, right there. And speaking of subverting expectations.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yes.
Rorschach number 2. I didn't give this a bunch of credence. I was definitely like excited for it. I think there was too much hype behind it for me to be too excited, which might be helping me.
Yeah.
There it is.
But I'm really enjoying it, and I liked this issue even more than the first one.
Yep.
I think it was really good. It was really solid. It was an interesting story. It'd almost be an interesting one-shot on its own. If you took out a few pieces of it, this would have been a cool just story to tell that was in this.
I was this close to dropping it. And if I had not binged Strange Adventures 1 through 6 last week and really enjoyed it, I would have dropped it.
For the TK hype? Yeah.
But I had the little TK run in it because I was feeling the same thing about Strange Adventures, about maybe thinking I might drop it. And I read it all together and I was like, okay. And then, this one was much better.
This is DC Black Label. It's Tom King, Jorge Fornes on interior and cover art, Dave Stewart on colors, and Clayton Cowles on letters. Peach Momoko also does a variant cover because
why wouldn't she?
There's a variant of it, so there's a Peach Momoko for it. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's an interesting. It's an interesting take on this universe that I'm enjoying. I like the slow pace. Also, I still have the sticker from my daughter on me.
I had one on my forehead. I had to make sure I took off. So
nice. It's. I like the pacing. It's kind of slower, but I enjoy that. It's nice to like go from like I went from death metal and Justice League to Rorschach, and I was like. Like it's just kind of a nice breather, and I was like, I really enjoy this. It's just nice to just take a second and just not the universe isn't on the line. It's not this whole. It's still like a big story and all of that, but it's cool. Yeah, I like it, and the art's really neat. I love this just old school style. It's done really well. It's not all 9 panels, but there are a lot of multi-panels. But I enjoy how it is. Yeah, there's a lot of multi-panels and a lot of 9+ panels. Like there's some 2, 3. Okay, that's a 10 panel. So there's
even Watchmen had a lot of 9 panels in it.
Yeah, totally. It fits with the universe he's in. But yeah, it's really cool. The little comic break in the middle is really interesting.
Yeah. I like the art in that spot too.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, solid book. I don't know what the internet's thinking because I stay away from that, but I really enjoyed it.
A lot of people I don't think like number 1, but it's like if you didn't, I mean,
you're already out then. So
also if you don't know what you're getting into and you buy that number 1 and you don't like it, maybe that's on you.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe I didn't like it, but I'm glad I'm still here.
And then there's those.
I felt the same way with Strange Adventures, and I feel like I've felt that way with every Tom King book. It's like the first issue or 2, it's like okay.
Strange Adventures came out pretty strong.
Yeah, man, that pew at the end, the double pew. I mean, I don't know, Mr. Miracle.
But on the whole, for Tom King, he likes to be like. Draw you in. He really likes to live. I don't know.
Yeah. I had nothing on that. Are you guys reading this one, or am I the only one?
No, no, for sure.
I did not grab it.
Dude, one of my least favorite type of characters is in this book where it makes me irrationally angry at somebody.
Nice. Hopefully they're just like me.
It happens pretty early on.
I don't know. I still haven't read it. Or I've read the first.
Somebody does something really stupid, and it bothers me when people. It's a pretty big part of the story, man.
Reread it right now. I don't know. I don't feel like I really know what's going on with this totally, but it's super weird, and I'm all about it. And I really like the how it has you scan the QR code for a little track. It's not a full like playlist like Texas Blood, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, I always miss those.
Yeah.
I never do it.
Well, this one, it's like you'll get to page 3 and there's a code.
No, I the first time I ever caught it was the last time.
Yeah,
issue 1, and I missed it this time. I was like, "Where was it?" And I went back. I'm like, "It was right there." I'm an idiot.
Yeah, but no, I'm planning already on rereading 1 and 2 probably tomorrow because I feel like I'm missing something to it. But
it happens on the second page, man.
I gotta put away.
Second,
Manny.
what up?
Definitely one moment. Oh yeah.
I hate that character. Those characters, like that person,
the problem solved guy.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, I hate you so much. I hate you so much. Yeah. It makes me irrationally angry. Every movie, there's so many movies that have that guy too, and all that. I'm just like, ah.
That's totally fair. That's totally fair.
But they did a good job with it. Like it was, the book changed directions.
Yeah, like, that's why I'm like, wait.
Yeah.
I need to go back with 1 and with 2 because I want to reread this one again. It's like I might as well do the whole thing. It's only at 2, so I think it's only going to be 4 or 5 issues, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, it's given me serious the Woods vibes. He left.
Only for a short second.
Oh, there he is. Is it giving you kind of the Woods vibes?
Yeah, a little bit because of it's interesting because it's definitely a different theme, but the environment and all of that is very Woodsian.
Yeah,
totally.
So, yeah.
Are there a lot of nice colors in there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's beautiful colors in it. The
just
first
like
page,
just like
the first page is gorgeous.
I mean, look at the cover. Just look at the cover.
I mean, are there any nice reds in there?
There we go. It's like I'm waiting.
Because it is on a weird planet. Am I right?
Yeah. Well, no.
No.
I think it's Earth.
I think it's Earth.
A weird version of Earth.
Just kind of fucked up Earth.
Yeah, fucked up.
Which is still a planet.
It's definitely not Mars.
It's a prettier Earth.
But is it like a Barbalian with a red planet?
Mm-hmm.
Flawless.
This book is from Dark Horse. It's written by, the script was written by Tate Bromble, and the story was written by Jeff Lemire and Tate Bromble. Art with Gabrielle Hernandez Walta, colors by Jordi Belair, and letters by Aditya Bidikar.
Nice. I think that's pretty good.
I think this is the first Black Hammer book that Jeff Lemire did not write 100%.
Oh, had to happen eventually, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like, I think even in like Hellboy, not a big follower of that, but I think people besides Mike Mignola, I did not say that name right, write those books. But yeah, this was really cool. An interesting take. I like Barbalian, the character, and I just like what's building lately and seeing more of these standalones with the characters and not be able to like.
Well, he has a whole series coming out that's going to be all different writers doing one shots.
Yeah.
Patton Oswalt and Chip Zdarsky,
Jeff Johns, some other people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, it's nice to actually see some of the like main characters start to get their side stories. We had that with Colonel Weird before, but we haven't had a lot of their backstories. Barbalian's definitely got a very interesting story that I like. What are you looking at? What are you doing?
Oh no, listing the titles off of the Black Hammer universe will always make me laugh.
Yeah,
Because it's like these are all connected. If you just, it's like you grab like a bunch of just words out of a bucket and we're like, this is, and these are the stories that are going to be in this universe.
So good though.
It's great.
yeah. I mean, like, I'm not huge into like Golden Age comics, but I think this kind of does that Golden Age feel with a new modern twist. That's really good. You know, it's what maybe the New Frontier. A lot of people thought that did, but maybe I did not think that did. Maybe because they're fresh new characters,
not as well as this. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I mean, the story definitely has a very good story. I think that there's some things that, I mean, you knew about from previous stuff if you read them before, but it's cool to see like the starts of them, and especially, you know, like what it deals with Barbarian. So
yeah, I'd say if you're not reading Black Hammer, you could pick this up. It'll spoil one little thing about Barbarian. That's maybe a big thing, but not. Yeah. I don't think it like ruins anything. So if you don't and you wanted to pick this up, I think it's going to be a very good series, and could probably be read on its own, not even with all the other stuff. I would pick it up regardless.
Yeah, what Nick was alluding to is you find out that he's an alien.
Right.
Wow. Spoilers, guys.
I mean, it was on the cover, so it's, you know, it's not a big spoiler. It's on the cover.
What do you mean it's on the cover? It's Barbarian. That can mean anything.
It's part of his name.
I think it's a weird jumping off point for Black Hammer universe, but if you don't intend on doing any of the other ones, sure, go for it. Go wild.
Yeah.
Still weird. I think it's weird to. I don't know how to get in the middle of this. Yeah. I don't know how I would.
I mean, I would think like Colonel Weird is probably the weirdest jumping off point, just because
that would be really weird
as it is. But like, this is, I mean, I'm assuming this is going to be a standalone story, but I mean, it only adds history to what's already there, so.
Which is awesome. That's what I think is so cool about this stuff. Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't high on my list this week. I did enjoy it. There was just so much good this week.
Yeah.
There was one panel in particular that was pretty early on, a little bubble that I really liked, and it was like, this is going to be in my top 3 just because of the one bit of writing in it.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I'll pop it in the Discord, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because I haven't I've just been waiting for other people to read it because I'm like, it's not really a spoiler, but
definitely. Yeah, you still want to give it a little time, yeah.
Yeah, and if you're here and you're in the chat and you aren't part of the Discord, there's a link in the description.
What's wrong with you?
Did you update the description? Because I made it real quick.
Oh, I did not.
There is not a description.
Okay. I'll upgrade that while you're talking about a book.
In the future, there will be a description that has that stuff in there. Yeah, I had a real hell of a day. You could almost call it a dead day. Boom, boom. It's the end of this arc, of this volume. I would assume if we see more Dead Day, it'll be Dead Day Volume 2, number 1. Yeah. It is. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. I like how it ended. I don't think everyone will like how it ended, which is fine. It is what it is. You bring in to comics what you may. I enjoyed the ending a lot. I'm excited for what it set up. I like some of the characters that seem to be that are going to be mainstays. Maybe, I mean, they could pick a different part of the world and just pick up Dead Day somewhere else. But it seems like there's a couple characters that might stick around.
I like how accessible and how open this world is. I mean, he could literally, or at someone else, if it wasn't Ryan Parrott, could easily write a completely different story. Full arc that would be a part of this world, because it's year 0 in that way.
Yeah. I thought he said on Lost in Comics when he was on there that they kind of will intermingle, but most of them will kind of be their own thing.
Yeah,
but like, you might see like a character here and there.
I think there's going to be a couple characters that'll pull through, but the rest of the story is probably going to be brand new, the way it's set up anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Ryan Parrott. Evgeny Boronayakov. Damn. Juan Cho. I got that one. Is the colorist. Charles Pritchett is the letterer. I need to brush up on my Eastern European pronunciations, I believe.
I agree with you. I like the ending more than I thought I would, but I also thought that a different ending was happening that I wanted to happen. I didn't know I wanted this ending, but it was. That's a lot of things.
That's fair.
Take it in.
Yeah.
There was a panel that was ruined for me. And I guess I assumed something different was going to happen, but it might involve gasoline.
Yeah. I get that. And I'm sorry, you're probably really sad, right? About it.
That it was ruined for me?
Sad.
Or that it happened?
You're just really sad. Maybe you could cry a river or something, or
maybe even fill a sea.
Fill a sea, yeah, like a sea of sadness.
A sea of sadness?
Maybe
that's just the life I live in.
Or a sea of sorrows.
A Sea of Sorrows by Rich Duick, right?
Duick.
Is it Alex Cormack? I'm not looking at it right now.
Cormac.
Who
does the letters on that book?
Yeah.
Though?
You can't.
Some tree person.
Some tree guy.
An ent.
Yeah.
Happy day.
We talked to Rich.
Yeah,
we did.
He's a
He
super
was on
cool
our show.
guy. You should
He
check
did a
that
drive-through with us. It was great. We've also, at occasion, had Tree Man, Justin Birch, on the show as well.
Especially if you're... Oh, why is this all fucked up? If you're thinking about getting this book, because it's number 1, so if your shop still has it, you're in luck.
And it's IDW.
Yeah.
IDW. This stupid thing.
And it's not a space book, even though you might look at that and think those are stars in the sky.
Nope.
They're not. They're bubbles. It's water. Hence the name Sea. He uses the word sunny, Jim. So if you're a fan of Twin Peaks, that's there.
Call back to our drive-through with him.
Hell yeah. If there's one thing I love in this world, it's Twin Peaks. It's very rare that I...
Sorry, Cole's daughter. Suck it. There's one thing in this world.
I mean, you know what I meant. I also love my wife and my daughter. I meant just to always bring up that no one cares about.
You know where the priorities are. Yeah.
Yeah.
CSROs is excellent. It is so good. I reread it again today. I read it twice before we interviewed Duick.
This is one of the issues that I've read the most this year.
It's really good.
Yeah, I've read it 3 times.
I read it 4 or 5, I think, now.
Okay, so collectively we're around 10 times reading it between the 3 of us.
Yeah.
It's excellent. It's very good.
I want to read it again.
Like right now?
Right now.
Okay, go for it. We don't really need you, so it's fine.
I can't. My computer's frozen.
Oh.
Oh, bummer. You can't read comics.
Like when you read
more.
that, where do you think you're going to read that? Like at your house?
Probably at work.
Maybe if at a farm?
Could you
live on a farm.
Could you on a farm?
Could you read it on a farm? Could you read it at work? Could you if you could you? It's almost like you're trying to transition to something cool.
Am I?
Everything's a question now. He's the fucking Riddler, but the worst Riddler. Am I?
He doesn't have any riddles. What's the riddle? Do I have one?
The riddle is Frank at
Is
home
there?
on the farm. Because if there's one thing I love to do is take the longest titled books of all, and make Todd put them into pictures and have to figure out how to make them fit. This
the book
is
wasn't even good. I didn't even read it. It's just had the longest title this week.
It's from Scout Comics. It is written by Jordan Thomas. The artist is Clark Bint, and the letters are Letter Squid. Dopest letter name ever, Letter Squid.
I mean, next to Justin Birch.
I mean, Letter Squid is a lot cooler name than Justin Birch, and I will say that to him to his face.
Wow.
I hope he's going to drive. He's going to drive to Justin Birch's house.
Yeah, I mean, no, that'd take a long time. But
mask up, stay 6 feet apart, and then say it to his face.
Yeah, and be like, "This is a better name than yours."
And drive away.
Totally worth it.
Probably not, but maybe I can be like, "Hey, but can you sign this book?"
Hey, but I'm here.
Put some letters on it for me.
This guy's name's better. Can you sign some shit?
Yeah.
Pull out a short box. Because that's how much Justin Birch shit there is.
Right.
There's a short box worth.
Just a few of your number ones.
There's only half of them. You're fine. And just from this year.
Yeah.
But yeah,
has time to be on stream.
I have not read this.
this is the first Scout book that I have bought from my shop because I requested it in August just by I knew there were a lot of people on Twitter talking about this, which is funny because I definitely got an email. I bought another book from the company that made this Scout, and they were like, hey, you want to back this book? And I didn't. And now I'm just going to buy it from another company, apparently, because that's how it works.
Nice.
But yeah, this is a great book. It's a great starting issue. It's very I don't know. It's kind of it's nothing like Rosemary's Baby, but it's kind of like Rosemary's Baby.
Should I buy it? Because they ordered one for me because you pulled one.
Yeah,
they were like, oh, we put one in here because Cole got it, and we didn't know.
If you don't take it, if one of you guys could pick it up for me, that'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, this is very horror-y.
Oh, cool.
And it's got this weird, but it's it might not be horror-y. It might be mystery-y.
I would support your shop getting more Scout if it means
and that's kind of I mean, that's just more or less what I've been. And I told them too, hey, did you guys hear Scout's doing this new thing where if you buy those number ones, they're waiting 2 months before you have to get the other ones because they want to help improve sales for shops, and that way you guys don't have to invest as much into them without knowing how it's going to go. So I'm hoping they'll start to get a few more. Either way, Todd, if Nick goes and buys that, I'll have another copy of this because I'm getting it from the Scout box. So,
there you go.
Neato.
Because it's the exact same cover, so there's really nothing changed about it. And just here, enjoy.
You don't need a reader copy and a keeper copy?
Nope.
It ends up being worth so much.
Yeah, $5 million.
Yeah, Todd.
Yeah,
actually, it was a rare misprint on only 2 of them.
But only the one that came in the box, and that's the one he gave you.
And there were only 2 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would sell it. I think I'm next. Probably.
I mean, but how do we know there's only 2 of them?
It's me, I believe.
Yeah, but how do we know there's only 2?
Or there could be less.
It could be. That'd be tough.
Who even counts those numbs?
You think they double check it?
Do you think we could get them to look them over again?
What's the harm in checking one more time?
The harm is something can go really wrong with the recount.
Hey, remember this book was on our picks last week?
Yeah, it was. It's back with a vengeance because I read it again since then. And it's still
I read
really
it
good. I'm reading it right now.
I think I read it after our show that night. I think I went upstairs and read that book.
You were like, should you tell me about it? And I told him what happens on page 3 to 4.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
It's page 2, to be fair.
And he was like, cool, maybe I'll go read that.
I did.
Yeah, so it's still awesome, everybody. It hasn't changed. This is maybe the first time we've ever had. This is 2 Scout comics in the top 3. So that's pretty neat. Way to go, Scout! You're rocking it.
Yeah, this was a good week for you. There was also an assassination son or something.
I feel like Scout and Mad Cape are going like this. They're duking it out, but they're cool about it. It's more like Fight Club, where they're not actually angry with each other.
Does Scout do trades?
They do. Mm-hmm. I actually pre-ordered
you can get
the Metal Scout.
You can get the Tart trade coming out.
It's true.
And I got the Metal Shark Bro Volume 2 coming to our shop too because I pre-ordered that apparently.
There's a lot of Scout that I feel like I really like, but since our store doesn't get them, I don't pull them.
Yeah, trades would be an easier way, or you could get on that Scout box.
Nah,
that's my problem.
I don't I don't like things like that. I like to just buy the things that I want. I don't like to buy when shops do mystery bags and stuff like that. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah, I would like it if there was hey, you're brand new, and then they slowly only give you number ones and they work you up until like your current.
Sure.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I mean, it took about
you get a box that has number 13 in it, and it's like, oh, great.
It took 2 months, I think, for me to like sort of get current on it, but
yeah. See, they should just do it like really cheap, and for like the first 6 months, you get number 1.
What's really nice right now is you can grab 2 amazing number 1s from them to recount and Frank at home because they are awesome.
In the top 3.
I would assume. I haven't read Frank yet,
and they're both coming out in the next Scout box.
Oh my! But yeah, the recount still amazing, still amazing. There really is only one book this week that I think personally could topple that. Personally, but that's probably not coming up lickety split or anything like that. Oh shit! Oh my god! That's right. You're Nick.
I had to get a book. Look at that! You can't not get that one.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
You can just by not buying it. Yeah, you
can't not get that one. So you look. Oh, look at that.
Why don't you just want the shit splattered one? Yeah. Why do you need any other one than the diarrhea one?
It was so good to read New Ice Cream Man. I haven't done that in 2 days.
I hate you. It really was nice.
I thought that I had a lot more unread issues. And when I was reading them, I think there was only 2, maybe 3 that I had not actually read from the first 20 issues. So I did have most of them read, which I was impressed with. But this was a good one for Ice Cream Man lore.
Yeah.
Cole and I were talking earlier before the show, and it's like this is maybe one that's not as good if you're just like grabbing a random issue, where a lot of them you can enjoy on their own.
This is not one to do that with.
I think you still could enjoy this one, but it's not going to be
so weird. Yeah, so weird.
Without knowing a lot. It would
to be fair,
like a weird number 1. Weird. If you read this, it would feel like a weird number 1 that you would go like, oh, I need to get more of this to see what the hell that was about.
Yeah, the series could totally start right here.
It might be kind of the thing with Ice Cream in some ways. I guess there's certain issues that I feel like.
What if it's been going backwards the whole time? It's like a demon record. Like the old rock and roll, you have to play it in reverse to get the story correct. It all makes sense.
I figure there's 2 logical finales with Ice Cream Man, which is a dumb thing, right? To try to have a logical opinion of what might happen with this. But I feel like either some crazy stuff's going to happen that's going to just like lock all this in place, and it's going to be really crazy, or it's just going to end and be super weird. And
I think it's going to be that one, but I really hope that it ends up. We have to go back through and read it manga style, and you have to read right to left, and it all like is like this really congruent style. Yeah. Like it all makes sense all of a sudden.
You're just like, oh, okay.
From like 28 to 1, right to left, it's all perfect.
It's like all the odd ones first, and then the even numbered ones.
That'd be amazing. I would love for him to do a swerve like that, or like the next
page is like what order is the key and how to read it.
The next 6 go in between different issues, and it makes like the story arc that you didn't see before. Yeah, it
actually doubles the story.
I mean, that would sort of make sense with how this one went.
Yeah.
Where they are kind of going back. It's like one of the first ones since like volume 2, where like you kind of feel like you're getting into like characters. Like,
like, oh, this world is actually like existing and has like rules and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think they mentioned stuff from possibly issue 1 in this issue.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, and 4, I think. It also
a couple of the early ones. Yeah.
For the binge, one thing that really stuck out to me is that the phrase "it's all connected" or that idea is used in this book way more than I thought it was. If you binge them all real fast, it is mentioned almost in every book. It is said by somebody or done in something. So that's why I think like maybe we're just like in for just something really
I'm excited for these next few issues.
Yeah. And even if that's not it, like I feel like that's where it's going. And even if it's not, it's still really good. But
I mean, it could also just be something that like they pepper it in and go, "You think you see what we're seeing?" Like it could just be an up for interpretation type thing, which is cool too. That's fine. I'm down with that.
Number 1.
So
21. It's good to have him back.
It is good to have him back. So these are the burrito picks of the week. Nicholas, Nickleby. You are first on deck for your top 3 picks of the week.
I don't have the cover for the other one because I'm waiting for a copy come in. But Barbalian would be my 3rd, and then Sea of Sorrows 1 would be my 2nd. And that's just me.
I'll put it in post.
I lost it somewhere. I had it.
And then Ice Cream Man. I could pull off. My computer froze the last time I tried to do it. So, there's my 3.
I think a couple of those are really solid picks for your top 3.
At least I gotta
say, at least 2 of those are really solid picks because Ice Cream Man, the Recount, Sea of Sorrows. I get to have Recount. Recount was number 1 last week. Ice Cream Man, I just really fucking loved that. That beat out my number 1 from my theoretical number 1 from last week.
And I didn't even put that on my list this week.
Oh, what? You didn't? I totally didn't make these graphics and I already know. I'm going to be surprised. Whoa!
Oh, that's where Nick's book went. Oh, this is where Nick's book went. I got confused with this book. Just kidding.
Like, that is not what I put on there. Son of a bitch.
Frank at Home at the Farm. Barbalian. Something is killing the children.
Woo!
What is it, though?
I think it's a monster. It's monsters, man. It's well established.
Where do those monsters come from?
Did you check your butt?
Oh yeah, it is. Thank you. It is very much a Frank from 30 Rock look. I mean, I'm actually pissing in jars and watering plants with it and everything. I'm really committing to the role.
He really is.
Yeah, I've been watching him do it.
Yeah, my wife is not happy.
No, it's not going well.
No, it's not great. It's ruining my life. But you got to do what you got to do.
He's committed to his craft.
Yeah, that's it. And then Ice Cream Man. It's so good. My God, Ice Cream Man, you delicious son of a bitch.
I feel like if I did what Nick did and just reread all of them, this one would definitely have been a lot more.
I not only highly recommend it, but I really think you should.
I reread it. I reread them before 19.
It does not take long. I really expected it to take me 2 or even 3. I expected to be finishing like this afternoon, and I think it was maybe 5 hours, 4 hours.
He read each of his copies too, so he read some multiple times.
That's why you buy those multiples. Right?
But I did specifically pick out like which ones were the readers and which ones were the ones that I wasn't going to touch if I could. But yeah, it went quick. I also read the first because I have the first trade, so I didn't have to touch 1 through 4. Which was nice.
Is the first trade only 1 through 4? For some reason, I thought it was 1 through 6.
And it's like $17.
Yeah, I bought it.
It's only
it came today,
and it's $16.99.
I gave it to my wife and said, "You can read this."
Oh, you don't trust her with your floppy?
I don't think she'd want to read a floppy. I mean, I probably let her read my floppies, but I don't really think she would want to.
Not interested in the floppy.
No,
she doesn't like your floppy. That's my wife isn't either, right? She just has traits.
So what was your guys' number 1 picks of the week? What do you like? Leave them in the comments. Also, the Discord's been sort of in there for a while. I forgot to say anything.
Oh, didn't we talk when we would talk about did we talk about Rorschach?
Yeah, we did. Rorschach was number 9. 8.
That's right.
9, 8, 7.
It was 8 because 9 was something that's killing the children.
Yeah.
Did you guys read Once and Future?
I did.
Yeah. Did you like it?
It was right.
It
was okay.
These are the books I read that we didn't talk about.
It's
Bad Mother was really good. I love that.
Bad Mother was good. I haven't read Grendel yet. Once in Future was solid. I think I have too much of a high bar for Once in Future.
Yeah.
I might be grading it on an unfair curve.
Yep.
Because I'm sure it was still great, but
yeah.
I mean, like every book I read was solid. I would say Batman might have been the lowest book, and it wasn't even a bad issue of Batman.
No, it wasn't.
Death Metal
was a good issue.
I liked Death Metal more than Justice League this week.
Me too. But I also read Death Metal first.
I did too.
I was a mistake. I might have liked Justice League more.
I read
I might have liked Justice League more.
I might have even started it, and I was like, "Wait, should I read Justice League first?" And I was like, "It'll have the little thing that's like you should read Justice League first." And I didn't. I got to like page 2, and I was just like, "Mother."
Yep, it's too late at that point. It's like, all right, might as well push through.
Yeah, it's like, I'll just read it, and then it's fine. But
yeah, a little. Did I talk about Spider-Woman and how awesome Spider-Woman is? Because Spider-Woman was excellent again this week too.
I was somewhere and somebody like in a Discord or on Twitter, and somebody was like, "Do people like Spider-Woman?" I was like, "I know 2 people that like that book, and their names are Poser and Todd."
Yeah. Poser's my Spider-Woman. Oh, and Big Girls. It was still good, but once again, grading on this curve, it was a good issue.
I think I liked this one more than 2, or more than 3.
3? I was like, you can like it more than 2, I guess, too. But that's kind of weird to grade it off of.
This one.
I like some of the things you learn about it, which is cool. But yeah, what's your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe, like, smash that button and things. Let me know why my picks are the best, as they always are. Granted, that is wildly biased and opinionated.
Yeah, mine are good too. Mine have the most words, so they have to be the best, right?
That's objectively wrong. We like these picture books because we don't want to read so much.
But mine have long words and titles.
Yeah, exactly.
Ice Cream Man.
But yeah, thanks everybody.
Yeah.
Hope you check us out on Saturday. We'll have some special guests that are gonna be showing up. We got one guest for sure, and then another guest probably. So join us on Saturday. Have yourselves a good time, and thanks for joining us.
If you guys don't come, Todd is gonna like beat me up again.
I can't see people in person. He's obviously lying.
This week in comics.
This week in comics, yeah.
And cut.
Bye.
I'm not a lizard person.